Okay, let's move to the next question. So I have pasted one question. There you can see that there is an object. So you have to create a function that will basically return result something like the output shown below. You have to basically flat the object. Okay, let me see the question first. Yes. Okay, I can see here that we have one response object in which we have different type of data types. Name is string, age is number, and characteristics is object. So I can see that I have three different type of data type, that is string, number, and object. So basically I have to flatten this complete object. Okay, so I want to ask one question. Only these are the kind of data types this object can have, that is string, number, and object, and no other data types can be there. Yes, it can only have three data types: string, number, and object. Okay. So you have to handle accordingly. Cool. Okay, this is the output. Okay, so let's start with the implementation. First step, first of all, we will create one function whose name can be function flat object. Okay, this function basically will take one parameter which can be object itself, and we will call this function here. Cool. Flat object. Let first of all console.log this checking. If we are saving, there is something not right here. What is this? Flat object. We have to basically we have not defined object, so we have to basically pass response here. Checking. Okay, this is currently working. Let's clear the console and let's start. So first of all, what we will do is basically this problem is looking a bit complex. So let me first break this problem in smaller problems. So we will first do this. We will hide this. I will hide this to object. So now this problem become a simple problem. Here I can see that we have one object. In this we have name, which is type of string, and age, which is type of number. So let's deal with it. So first of all, basically what I have to do is I have to loop over this object. For looping I will use let key in object. Okay, so first of all I have to deal with string and number. So I will check if type of object key is equal to string and type of object key is equal to number. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to basically store these things in a object. So for that object we will create one variable here, which is let's say result object. This is a result object, and this I have to return at the end. Return result. Okay, so here what I will do is I will call the result, and in this result we store the key with the data object and key. Let's save this and see what is the result. So nothing is here because we have basically returned the result, but we have not console log here. So I have to console.log here. Now saving result key object key. For key in object, type of object key is equal to string and then not and then we have to use basically or. Let's see, we have our object. Now let's move to the next part. We will basically enable this complexity of the question. And now I can see that we have another data type named as object. So how we will deal with it? Let's see. Else if type of object key is equal to object, then what we have to do, basically if we see that inside this we also have something height which is type of string, complexion which is type of string, and here which is type of string. Also we can have data which can be type of number. So we can see that we have already handled this case, so it is clearly visible that this is the case of recursion. So what I will do is, here I will again call this function flat object, and in this function I have to basically pass object that is this object. So this object is if object dot key. Cool, we have passed this object. Now we know that this particular function will return an object. Also we have to retain this data also, so we have to handle that case also. So we will store the result of flat object in result variable. Along with it, we know that it will return a object, so we have to basically destructure this object. Also we will destructure our result, our previous result. So now if we will save, look, we see that we have our flatten object, age this, complexion this, here this, height this, name this. But here is one catch. So we can see that it is returning the correct result, but we have to retain the key also. What I mean by this is, in this output we can see that there is a characteristics.complexion, characteristics.here, characteristics.height. So if we are going deep into any object, we have to basically retain the parent key also. So how we will do that? So here we can see that I am passing the object in flat object. So I need to basically pass one more parameter which will be key in this case. So I am passing the parent key. What will be the whatever be the parent of this object, I will pass here. So if I have passed this here, so I have to basically consider this also. Let's say its name is key points, or anything you want to do. Okay, so in this key point I will basically, for this case I will receive characteristics. So I have to calculate the value of key now here. So whenever we are looping, so whenever I am looping here, first it will be height. So in that case the key should be characteristics.height. Characteristics I have passed here, and height I have here key. So let's say I have another variable name as key value, and in this case, so there is one more point. Initially we don't have any parent. So initially we have this big object and we don't have any parent. So we have to handle this case also. Initially it will be empty object, and here also we have to check if key points dot length. If we have nothing, if we have something in key points, then what we have to do, we have to basically store the value of key points dot key. So what will be the result of this? Key point is characteristics in this case, and key will be height, then complexion, then here. So the result of the key value will be characteristics dot complexion, characteristic dot here, characteristic dot complexion, and so on. But if in initial case, if we'll see, if we don't have any parent, then what will be the result? Then the result will be name, age, like this only. So we will store key here. So now we have key value here. So now when we are storing anything in the result object, we have to replace this key with key value. Also when we are passing something in this when we are passing key in this function, then also we have to consider key value, because every time if we are continuously going deep into the object, then there can be multiple nested objects. So we have to pass the complete hierarchy, of keys. So that's why I have passed key value here. So if we will save, so see, we have got our desired result. Age is 21, characteristics dot complexion is dark, characteristics dot hair is black, characteristics dot height is 6 feet. Now if we will unblock this code also, let me clear this and I will save. Now we will compare our output. It will be age 21, characteristic dot complexion, text tag dot framework dot name. So see, I was talking about this. So in this case it is 2 level nested. So text tag is the parent, this has framework, one more object, one more deep level, and that has a name which is Next.js. So yeah, that's how it is solved. Hello guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more such videos. Till then, keep learning.